Live to Yarn Another Day. My name is Jen, and I'm the dyer behind the Perfect Stitch Fiber Company. I'm coming to you on December 1st. December 1st, 2022. So that's like Vlogmas, except let's face it, because I'm not great at filming every day, that it's not gonna be Vlogmas, and it's not called Vlogmas, but it's Live to Yarn Another Day. So yeah, this is a yarn, knitting, crafty kind of podcast, vlog, not podcast, vlog. And I'm probably all over the place right now because it has been a week. Let's see. I filmed Monday. No. Yes. Filmed Monday. I had a training on Tuesday that went forever. And so then I didn't film, and then yesterday I started to film. There's an intro. I have an intro. And then my husband got home because he didn't end up having to work because the passes were closed. Surprise, there was snow. And the kids had, that's what happened. See, I need to record because then I can keep track of everything. So we had a 2-hour delay yesterday because we got maybe 3 inches of snow. 2 inches, 3 inches, or something like that. Like it was snow. I worked from home and my husband didn't have to go to work. Well, he ended up, I say he didn't work, but like he actually, the passes, so we have mountain passes. So he goes over to Seattle area, the Seattle vicinity. Specifically, he goes to Kent, which we actually used to live in Kent, but he goes to like the industrial area. And the passes were terrible. So he had called me around 8, letting me know, or 7:30, letting me know that he had just made it to Kent. And so he was gonna be late and not home at midnight, like he usually is. And so then, you know, it hit, I'd gone to bed, not too concerned. And then I woke up at like 4 and I was like, and I look over, he wasn't there. I was like, okay. So I texted him. Well, no, I looked and checked the passes first because that's what I do. And I checked and they were open, but they were bad. They weren't like good at all. And so I texted him, I'm like, hey, how's it going? And then he called me and he had just made it back. Like he was just getting into town, making it back to his work. And we're borrowing a car right now because our truck has entirely too many issues. And so yeah, that vehicle isn't very good in the snow. And so he was like, do you think you could come get me? And I was like, yeah, no problem. I can come get you. And he's like, are you sure? Because, you know, I could try. Maybe the roads have been plowed. And I was like, no, they haven't. There's no way. I was like, I'll just come get you. You don't need to be, I mean, you already worked like 5 hours over what you normally would. So I'll just come get you. So went and got him. Came home, he proceeds to pass out because he was dead tired, and it was like really brutal. It was a brutal trip. Whenever the passes are really bad, it's there's a reason they close them and don't let people through, because it's bad. And then the passes were closed yesterday, so yeah. So he like made it through, and then he made it through. And then they closed the one going, I think. But it was after he'd gone through. But so they were closed all day yesterday. So he didn't actually have to go in to work, which was nice. We had basketball. My children are going through a growth spurt and they're eating everything. And they're demanding 4-course meals. But their idea of a 4-course meal is like 4 entrees. Yeah. that's a whole other thing. I got a little bit of knitting done. So the funny thing is I had started to record yesterday because I was like, I'm gonna do it. It'll be an every other day kind of thing. And then I started to record, and then my husband got home because he had gone to the store. And and so then I was like, where are you at? He's like, I'm gonna head to the school. I was like, because I had shoveled snow. I shoveled and then came in and started to record. And then I'm like, well, it's getting late. And so I was like, well, where are you at? He's like, I'll go to the school. I'm like, no, because my oldest needed his basketball stuff. He has basketball practice immediately after. And his basketball stuff needed to be brought to him. So I ended up taking that to him, and then I hang out and tie shoes until the coach comes. And then I took my youngest home, and then my oldest really wanted me to watch and stay, so I ended up going back, and I was like, I'm taking my knitting with me because I'm determined to make progress on my shawl. Now, yesterday when I was recording, and I could put this in, but I probably won't, I held up, okay, I don't want this to get wonky. So I held up my shawl because I was so excited because I finished this section finally. It only took me 2 times. Okay, but I started on, okay, I say I started, but you're gonna be like, yeah, you got like a small teeny section on row 1. You're not done yet, and I know. So I decided I would start on the cable section. So the cable section is with this gray color here. So I started on it oh, no, we're okay. I had started on it in the car while I was waiting to go for pickup. And then I decided, you know, I think I can work on it at basketball. And then I proceeded to get like this many more stitches. So I didn't, too much socializing. I didn't get any knitting really done. Sorry. I did fix, I had missed one of the silver, or I had missed a loop on one of the braiding parts. So I fixed that. What else? We don't have any activities today, and I'm excited. We have a birthday party on Sunday. I plan on finishing decorating this tree. My kiddos are looking forward to it. I do not have to work, let's see, I think I worked 2 hours more. So I think I can be done by like noon tomorrow. So that's exciting. So I'm excited because I like to get done early on Fridays. It's nice. Yeah. Is that all I got? I am a little tired. I'm at least feeling better. On Tuesday, it was not good. Like, I had a really long training, and trying to stay focused when you don't feel great is very hard. But I didn't want to call in sick because it was a training that they paid for me to do. And I'm just like, ugh. I didn't want, like, and if you cancel it, they still have to pay. I was like, I'm going to be at this training. It is important that I am there. So I made sure that I was there. Even though I felt terrible, I was at least able to do it from my home because it was just better that way. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So it is what many people would say would be Vlogmas. And that's usually where they're like, oh, look at my advent calendar of yarn. And I totally wish that I had something that I could be like, look at my pretty advent yarn. I almost dyed myself up 24 skeins, 25 mini skeins in different colors. And then wrapped them just so that I would have something to like, look at this. But you know what? that was a lot of work, and it seemed a little pointless for one person. I can understand, right? Okay, so some of you know I've done, I think I did 2 advent calendars, and yes, it's fun and I did enjoy it. It's a lot of work, like a lot of work, because you have to individually wrap, and you're not just individually wrapping 24, you are individually wrapping however many sets you decide to sell. And the amount of work that is like the hours amount of work that's required. And like people, I think all the time are like, well, they're kind of expensive. Yeah, they are, because the amount of work that goes into them are insane. I don't even know if I can actually say I broke even on the ones that I've done, just because like the amount of hours that it takes to do the advent calendars, and they're so like, I love it, but then it's like it's a lot of work, because like even if you don't sell if you don't do very many, like I think I usually would put a cap at like 10, just because I'm like, I don't know if I can do more. So even if you do that, it's still, you're individually wrapping, like that's 250 skeins, and you have to label them. So you're labeling 250 like minis, / if you do a full skein for the 25th day. And then you have to wrap any of the other goodies that you throw in. And gosh, man, that I'm like, so all that to say, if you guys have an advent calendar that you got from a dyer, be super grateful, because the amount of work that goes into that, oh my goodness. You know, the one way I think that I would do an advent calendar is if I can figure out a cost-effective way to, okay, so like Mad Tosh, right? They have like those boxes, and you put the yarn in each box, and then it's like you're opening. I could totally get behind that. I would totally, if I had that as an option, and if I figured out how to do that, I would totally do an advent calendar and offer it, because I don't mind the dyeing and I don't mind the labeling. It's all of it together that's just like, because then you're wrapping them, and so like I want it to be kind of cute, and so it's the amount of work that goes into it. Like I've done like little bags, and then I put a sticker on it to make sure that it would stay, and then I think, what else did I do? I think I had like a ribbon, or maybe it was a ribbon with the number. I don't really remember. It was a while ago. But I do, gosh, everyone talks about advents, and then I'm like, and then I start seeing everyone's advents, and then I get jealous, because I'm like, I want an advent. Maybe next year. Maybe I'll look into the box idea, and maybe I'll offer an advent next year. I'd need a good theme though. I could do The Office. So I don't know how many of you guys are aware of Legos. No, everyone is aware of Legos. That's not what I mean. I mean, did you know that Lego created an office Lego? I really want one, but I think it's like 150 or something like that. Because Legos are expensive. Why are they so much money? Anyway, I think that would be awesome to have, because I work in an office sometimes. So yeah, I went off totally away from yarn. My bad. Sorry. Did I say that my heat went out today? I don't remember if I did or not. My heat went out today. So it's been a long day, basically. It's just been a long week. I'm kind of tired. And it's going to be time to pick up the children. Oh, yeah. So I think what I'm going to do is maybe try and get this uploaded and knit, because I usually watch through it. I don't edit, I just watch through it and then I upload. So we'll see. we will see how it goes. I think that is all. Man, I really need more things to talk about. See, that's where with Vlogmas, if you have an advent calendar, you can just open that and that can be your whole episode. But that's not me. So we're calling it. Have an amazing day. I hope you're having an amazing week. It's December 1st. Can you believe it? I can't. I have so much to do because there's Christmas shopping that needs to get done. Oh my gosh. Yeah. All right. Bye.